Another great use case brought by Chris Hankins from Texas, in which shows the value of flows and logs being used together to detect particular situation. In this case, we're going to detect that remote IP, in this particular case from China, is going to be doing some scans on the network to find open ports, open services that it can actually exploit, and those do not leave any logs behind. Those are, you need to detect those with flows. And also from the same IP, it's after it finds some of those ports, it's going to be trying to do some brute forcing, and it's going to try to log in into routes, admin, sysdba, and those type of accounts to find if it can get access to it. So we're going to be showing how easy it is to set up QRadar with just two simple rules to detect those type of events. So let us see first those flows, and I'm using this TCP dump command to actually displace those flows in a readable, human readable way. And these are the type of things that are going to be done by that 202 address from China. This is the way that it looks. No logs behind, just you detect that with flows. And here are the actual events that we're going to be replaying that shows the attempts to brute force to log in into that into any one of those particular accounts. And we're going to be using the log run command using the same IP, the same Chinese address IP. We see it here, 202.153.48.66. And QRadar is going to tie those two things together and throw one single offense. And here is the actual script that we will use to first use the TCP replay to replay those flows that we showed you before. We're going to loop those 3 times. And then we're going to be using the log run command, as we've done in other videos, to show to replay those log events when they try to do the actual attempts to log in. So for this demo, we need to tell QRadar where the DMZ actually is, and we're going to tell it that the address 10.100.18/24, all those 256 components are part of that web servers that resides on the DMZ. And to do that, we go into the admin tab and go into the network hierarchy. And actually here under DMZ, we have those external web servers defined, and here's that definition. So because that's where the Chinese IP address is going to be trying to do both the scanning as well as logging into the web servers that reside on the DMZ under that network. So Chris didn't have to do too much work to get this one done, because these rules existed in QRadar, so he has to only see them, edit them, and using it. So what is this particular rule is doing is actually looking at attempts to log in that fails, that have been done from the same destination IP to the same source IP, from the same source IP to the same destination IP, rather, and using different usernames and trying, to attempt with multiple logins in just 2 minutes. That's the typical type of attacks that are done, and we want to actually index those by source IP. That's easy. The other rule is actually look for is one of the recon rules that Chris got from one of the packages on the App Exchange. It's actually this one right here. Let's take a look at it. And all Chris have to do is basically, make it point to that DMZ where we have all those web servers. When it's local to remote, remote to local, that's the way it was. And basically, when we get, from the same source IP more than 25 destination ports, within what minute. That's the type of things that scanners do, try multiple ports. That's part of the scan process itself. So we clear all the offenses. We are here on the network activity looking for that real time for that events coming from that IP. And I don't want to, on the recording to have all the other events are happening on this demo system with stuff running behind. So that's why I put that specific search. So let's play the script. So we see those flows actually going, and the events are gonna come after that. And we see those actual flows. And if we go to the log activity, we see the actual attempts to log in, again coming from that point of collection on the DMC. And after all that information is correlated by QRadar's risk engine, you get your offense right here. Let's take a look at it. And as we see, it's a combination of events and flows, and that's what we expected to see. So let's take a look at the rules that actually, we see the details of the events that we have shown many times in QRadar. But let's take a look at the rules that actually contributed to this particular offense. And notice that these are the ones that we edited, the multiple logins, the DMC, and we actually created this rule, enabled this rule for a previous video where we showed the access to the VPN, and this one actually nicely contributed to the same offense. And it's actually when countries that have no access, and China is one of them in this particular system, and there is an authentication success, remote to local, then this rule actually applies. And because it's actually indexing also on the source IP, they are shown under a single offense. And here we have our nice offense detecting this type of combination of flows and logs.